All right, everybody. So you may be wondering, what am I doing standing in front of you? That's a great question. I'm actually asking that question to myself right now. What is this? What are we doing? Right now, this is a cooking show. Believe it or not, I can cook. So today we're going to be doing breakfast burritos. Editor, put that somewhere up on screen. Okay, so before I continue, I'm going to put some timestamps somewhere on here. Somewhere's going to be like, this is where the recipe is. This is me making the recipe. This is the shitty comedy skit. It's probably about it. I have the editing skills of a 5-year-old, so we're going to roll with it, okay? Okay. So the story, how did we get here? Why am I standing in a suit, socks on? Oh, I might have ripped that. Why am I standing in a suit with a chef's hat and socks on in front of you today? Well, about 2 to 3 months ago, went to Montana and I met a great group of people. Love you all. But this one specific man, this absolute Chad, this man named Todd, okay? Love the guy. He was our guide. He brought us all the way through Montana to throw some pics on the screen, okay? So he carried all our food for us. He was an amazing cook. But you know what? We found out when we were done. He eats gas station food on the off season. Like, that's all he does. And I just morally cannot live with that. So I'm creating this series right now. I don't care if only one person watches it. If my man Todd learns how to make some good food from what I'm making right now, okay? So, number one reason is Todd. Number 2 reason is I love cooking, and this is an excuse to show off and flex. Number 3 is because I love teaching. And number 4 is because I'm extremely humble. Anyway, on to breakfast burritos. That's what I'm cooking, right? Breakfast burritos. So your average burrito in LA, like I'm talking a really good burrito, ranges from like $8 to like $13, if not more. So we're going to try and go under that because your boy's a broke college student. And we're going to aim for anything under $4, and we're going to see what we come up with, okay? Let's see what else. We want it to be pretty big, girthy, hard to fit in our mouth, full of flavor, bursting with flavor. That's the correct terminology. So before we question how to make a good breakfast burrito, we have to ask ourselves, what is a good breakfast burrito? And to that, I say it has some amount of components. I'm going to number them off here. Numero uno, a good tortilla. Okay. 2, good eggs, not overcooked. 3, protein. Okay. We're talking about chorizo. We're talking about bacon. We're talking about turkey sausage, regular sausage. Dude, literally put anything you want. If you want to go like the full bougie steak and eggs route, go for it. Like, world is your oyster. Breakfast burrito is a template, okay? 4? Am I on 4? Or am I on, I don't know. 4, vegetables. I'm talking Pico De Gallo. I'm talking, you can do maybe some caramelized onions. I'm talking some bell peppers, maybe. You can go habaneros if you want to, have the Taco Bell experience down under. Starches. This is completely optional. Some would consider it blasphemy. Some would consider it not blasphemy. These are starches. We are talking your potatoes, your rice, your beans, / refried beans, kind of different things. If you do happen to go down this route, completely optional, don't put too much, because what is your tortilla? It's your starch. So you don't need a whole lot more potatoes or a whole lot more rice before you've just got an absolute carbtastrophe. Next, cheese, queso. For some people, it's optional. For me, it's not. And for Todd, it's not, because he's from Wisconsin. We can do either shredded cheese or queso. I know those are the same words. Queso as in the like poured sauce, which is bomb. I'm not going to teach you how to make it today. That's another video. One time though. Right now we're just going to go with shredded cheddar. You can do a Oaxaca, which is a Mexican melting cheese. You can do provolone if you're going down the bell pepper route. You can do Munster. Another one would be Colby Jack if you're not into the whole cheddar vibe. But, you know, world is your oyster. That's about it. Those are the however many, 1 through 6. We're going to say 6. I didn't count. I don't have a script. I really should. Boy, I just realized that if my neighbor sees me, because, like, they can look across. Where are we? Where do I currently live in this world? Fucking hell, man. Oh, yeah. There's going to be 2 parts of this kind of thing that I'm doing right now. We're going to have the intro bit, and this is probably going to be in most of the videos, where I explain the who's, what's, why's, where's, how is the recipe doing, etc., etc. And then I'm going to have the actual cooking part. The cooking part is POV. I did get a headset for it. No, I am not making porn as of yet. We're going to see how college works out. But for now, if you want to just skip to the cooking part, go for it. If you want to not and just do the explanation part, go for it. I'll have a link or explanation in the description, so you should be able to do everything from there. Yeah, I hope everyone enjoys, and we're going to go into POV me now. It is the first episode, and we're going to be working on, let's see, we're going to be working on breakfast burritos. So today I went out to Ralph's, and I grabbed most of the ingredients, so it's a kind of an accurate representation of what the pricing is. For everything, for 5 burritos, and it's honestly more because I might not use this much cheddar, I might not use this much these many burritos, so we're gonna see. So can I hold this up? For this much cheese, it's $2. For 12 eggs, it's $2. For the expensive part of these burritos, and I'm gonna explain why and what brand you should get. Jalapenos are like 37 cents. The chorizo was $4, but for a pound of chorizo, it's honestly really not a bad price. Let's see what else we got. We got some limes, 2 for $1, even though I feel like I'm getting ripped off. C'est la vie. I'm not in the mood to go somewhere else just for limes. And some cilantro ahead. Whether or not I'm going to use the entire thing we'll see. Okay, so for the burritos, something I want to get clear first is the importance of the brand of burrito. And I say brand, but really the style. You should not be getting the Mission style tortillas that are incredibly thick. You can see this is thin and it's translucent almost. I mean, you can see the fat in there. And FYI, these are not healthy. One of these is like 310 calories. It's all carbs and fat, but you know what? They taste goddamn amazing. So I think the first thing I'm gonna do right now is make the chorizo, because that's gonna be the meat for the dish. So let's start here, about medium high heat, and chorizo. I would put a little oil, but honestly, I think the chorizo has enough fat that we don't really need to. And if we put it on while it's cold, the fat's gonna render out slowly, and oh shit, then it's gonna start cooking. So I'm just gonna put it on now, and I'll break it up later. There we go. Okay, so far so good. Trash. Also, let me show you the coolest thing that I got, okay? It's like one of these like lemon wedge things or whatever for like Subway or whatnot, but I got one of them at a chef store. And I put the bags that I get from the grocery store for food or whatnot. Now it's my little trash bag that I can put everything in. So while that's cooking, let's make the Pico De Gallo. So I need an onion. And I cannot stress enough how important it is to have a good and sharp knife. I got the Global knife. It's about $100. And I know that sounds expensive, and it is. But really, if you have one good knife, it's going to last you forever. It's going to make cooking so much more fun. And you won't have to worry about... You don't have to worry about the knife dulling, or if it... And you can always sharpen it up, and it's incredibly sharp and fun to cook with. So, that's what I'm going to stress right now. I also got a big-ass cleaver for going through a bunch of vegetables, like harder ones, such as cabbage and roots, potatoes, those types of things. Just gonna get meat browned slowly but surely. Let's see, what is the recipe? So, half an onion, medium to large. And boom, look at that. Directly in here, I don't have to walk to the trash can. It's so nice. Okay, the super easy way to cut an onion. Cut first, slice in half, and then you want to go in these kind of ribbons, but you don't want to cut all the way through. You see how there's an edge here? And the distance from each cut is going to determine the width. So if you want super fine, you go super fine. If you want thicker, you go thicker. It's, yeah, you know, what you like. For a pico, I'm going kind of a little bit of everywhere. I don't want it to be super thick. I don't want it to be super thin. So I'm just putting in different types of cuts. And then once you, cut once or twice in the middle and then go down. In a second, oh my God, I'm crying. In a second, you're gonna have a fully chopped onion. This is getting really emotional. Woo. Oh, in goes the bowl. Okay, I'm fine. On to the tomatoes. I feel like I should not be handling a knife while crying. Same drill, except I cut it the wrong way. Nice one, dumbass. Oh my God. Anyway, when you get tomatoes, make sure you're getting them like in season, because off-season tomatoes taste like absolute garbage. I'm very grateful to have a lot of farmers markets near me, so I can grab really good quality tomatoes most of the year, except like dead of winter, for obvious reasons. But it will make a huge difference. And when you do cut, or I should say when you are putting the tomatoes in something, always salt the dish. Always, always, always. I swear the actual taste of the tomato changes when you put in salt. And it's the same thing for cucumbers. Basically any sort of fruit or veggie that has an extremely high amount of water content. And let's check on the chorizo. Chorizo's going nicely. I want to break it up more, but I don't want to hurt the pan. So spoon, where do I have a wooden spoon? Wooden spoon. Wooden spoon, where are you? Wooden spoon, okay. And now that you can see the fat's kind of rendering out here, I'm gonna turn up the heat a little bit. Oh my god, that smells amazing. Okay. Moving on, next tomato. You need to be washed. Even if you have these, like, I don't know what you'd call them, lines, dead areas, doesn't matter. It's not gonna affect the taste. If you really want, you can cut them out, but it doesn't make a difference, honest to God. Boy, that chorizo is really going in it. Tomato skins are actually surprisingly difficult to cut through. A lot of times a serrated knife is going to be easier. It's the same thing for bell peppers. I think there's another fruit or veggie that it's kind of a pain. Oh, and I'm also gonna put all the recipe, like numbers, the amount of tomatoes, amount of eggs, all of that type of stuff in the description. So if you want to, easily remake it, you don't have to watch the entire video again. I hate when that happens. Okay, you're a bit black, buddy. A little burnt on the bottom, but it's fine. We're good. Let's see. Let's taste it. Ow. I burnt the hell out of that. It's okay. The rest is gonna taste fine. Ooh, hot. Oh. That tastes good. Okay. It's actually done. Bowl. We're gonna leave the fat in there for now. Okay. Jalapeno, let me wash that. You don't burn your chorizo, I'm sure it's gonna give a different taste, but it tastes good right now. Take the seeds out just because I'm not here for the spice, I'm here for the taste. Jalapenos I want to chop a little smaller. I just don't want big chunks of jalapeno. It's kind of more of an aftertaste. It's the tomatoes that are the real star of the show. And of course, you don't have to use a Pico De Gallo. You can do guacamole or sour cream or really whatever kind of sauce, salsa. That would also be good. Okay, salsa is just Mexican for sauce. Okay, so really it can be anything. Pico De Gallo is just a good one. Salsa verde is good. That'd be good. Okay, while we're here, mix it together. Oh, that's gorgeous. And then we want some salt, about a heavy pinch, I'd say. Some pepper. Really just a taste. I like mine with quite a bit of pepper. Okay. Let's do a lime. We can always add more. It's no big deal. Okay. Now, when you're actually putting it on the burritos, I think you gotta be careful of the juice, right? Because, well, yeah, it tastes good. You don't want it to make your burrito soggy. So just make sure before you put it on, you drain it a little bit. I also need to put some cilantro. I know there's some people who really don't like cilantro. Apparently it gives them a soapy taste. Haven't had that experience with me. I like it, so I need to readjust that. I put my olive oil in the fridge and it like froze, so I feel like a dumbass. Hint of olive oil, not much. This is not a bruschetta. Cilantro. There has to be a faster way of drying off things. Okay, I'm just gonna rip off like that much. Could I be careful about it and, you know, take every single stem off? Yeah, it's not really parsley to the point where I'd be like, oh no, but there's stems. Cilantro to me is a lot finer. It's fine if there's some stems. Roll it up really tight like this. I think it's called a chiffonade. I don't know, I'm not a chef. And just very finely dice it. So you still have some stems over there. Here it's mostly just leaves. Okay. Cilantro in. Now, if you still have those stems and everything like that, it's still perfectly fine to use them in like a chicken stock, any sort of like soup dish. That'd be perfect because they still have all the flavor. They're just a little stringy. I think that'd be the correct term. I think we're done. Pico De Gallo. Yeah. Okay, we're done. Quick taste. And remember, because it's the salt, the flavor is gonna increase over time. So you have to keep that in mind. Oh my god, that's fucking delicious. And I am starving right now. Okay, next, eggs. Eggs. I had to get a new 12 pack, but it's only $1.50, so not the end of the world. I need a bowl. I don't want one of those. Guess we're using one of these. I'm gonna use 10 eggs, one for each, or I should say 2 for each burrito. I think that's a healthy amount. I don't know. Some people will use like 8, some people will use more. I don't want my burrito to be too eggy, but I also don't want it to be not enough eggy. And if you're cutting or you're on a diet or something like that, use like half eggs, half egg whites. If you're, again, cutting, use turkey or turkey sausage or something like that. I don't know. If you're bulking, use a fattier sausage. I don't know. Do what you want. The world is your oyster. What do I have? 4? 5. I know I'm making a mess. I'll clean it. Oh my god, I have this thing. I haven't been using it. I'm gonna have to. You know, I say things and then I don't do them. Okay, 4 more. Am I gonna put milk in here? Maybe, I might put a little bit. I usually just like going with butter. Omelets are the ones that tend to have milk. This is not an omelet. We're gonna be doing like a medium scramble. I think I will. It doesn't need milk. It's fine. Does need a little bit of butter. What the hell is that? That's onion. Butter. I know the recipe calls for 2 to 3 tablespoons. I'm gonna put like 1, and the reason being that. Oh, is my laundry done? Fucking go. Damn it. Alright, the reason being that I already have some oil in the pan, the chorizo. So about a tablespoon. Medium, do not go high. You're not that guy. Is the chorizo really like burnt? It looks burnt. It doesn't taste it. You can use bacon if you don't want to go like Southwestern Mexican. While we're here, we clean. Because a lot of, the part that I hate about cooking is not the time or the money, because it's really not that bad. It's the cleanup. Cleanup absolutely sucks. So, clean up while you're here. What do I have next? Oh, yeah, I need still do the eggs. Now, when you're doing a soft scramble, you want to keep the eggs moving. Enough so that they, cook on the bottom. But you want to keep it moving. And, okay, so when you're going to, once all these burritos are done. Yeah, once all these burritos are done, you're gonna freeze them, right? Because you're not gonna eat 5 burritos in one day unless you cook for 5 people, okay? So I'm gonna eventually just seal one side, and that's just so that the actual burrito is sealed. But that's when you're gonna freeze them, and when you take them out, right, you're going to microwave them just to thaw them, and then you're gonna put them on a pan and crisp up the other edges, okay? Please, for the love of God, do not just microwave the burrito and call it a day, okay? I know it's an extra 30 seconds, but you don't have to wash the pan, okay? You're not putting any oil. You're just heating up the other sides and making it crispy. And with the eggs, you can see what I'm talking about is it's slowly coming together, but you just want to keep things moving because you don't want the eggs to overcook. That's the worst thing that can happen with eggs. I'm gonna leave for 1 second. The eggs are gonna overcook and I'm gonna hate myself. So. Offloading zone. Oh, almost got me there, eggs. You could put mushrooms. Ooh, mushrooms would be good, like some shiitakes. Oh. What's another flavor combo? Peppers. You could put like habaneros if you want to, shoot yourself. And this is about the stage where I think I'm about done, because remember, there's a lot of residual heat. There we go. Finito. For now. Okay. So now we're going into assembly line mode. Okay. Should I wipe this down? Yeah. Get yourself a really big cutting board. It's so much easier to cut everything. And unless you're cutting, like today when I was cutting a lot of wet stuff, you really don't have to clean it as often you would smaller cutting boards. Eventually I want to get a massive one, like twice the size of this, and just never really have to move it. But for now, this is perfect. Okay. Burrito assembly line. Oh shit, you know what I have to do? Shred the cheddar. Oh, when you have cheese, right? Don't get the pre-bagged versions, especially for like, I guess you can do it for applications like this, but the issue with pre-bagged cheese, pre-shredded, I should say, is that they use potato starch, tapioca starch, and other starches so that the cheese doesn't stick to each other. Because if you've ever shredded your own cheese and you like push it together, you might find that it just sticks. And the reason why bagged cheese does not do that is because of all the starches, which actually inhibits melting. So your cheese is gonna melt a lot better if you just take the extra 2 seconds and shred your own. It's a good bit of cheese. I think that's enough for like 5, I don't know, we'll see. I can always shred more. Okay, let's go on the assembly line. So can you see me well? Tilted a little bit too much? No, it seems to be tilted perfect. Okay, so let's start with some eggs. Whatever 2 eggs means to you. Ow, ow, it's hot. Oh my God, pain. Good serving of eggs, okay. Let's go with some chorizo. And I'm just gonna do 1 for you guys, and then I'm gonna make the rest for myself. But you can imagine doing this in an assembly line fashion. I like going with a lot of chorizo. So. Probably good. Let's go with some cheddar next. Yeah, you could use Oaxaca. That's a good Mexican melting cheese. It's a little more like mozzarella. You could go with a bunch of different things. Let's go here. Some Pico De Gallo. Remember, drain off liquid. I like a lot of Pico De Gallo. Okay, that's probably good. Now we're gonna see if I can wrap it. 2 on the inside, fold over, and then you want to tuck. That tuck is what's important. Oh, beautiful burrito. That's a goddamn burrito. Burritos in LA cost a lot of money. They're like $11 for a good one, and I'm talking a good one. And then you'll see what I mean here by sealing off the side. Because there's still fat in here. So when a burrito is, all a burrito is it's fat, some form of lard, and water. Is there even water? It might just, I think it's just fat and flour. And once it's mixed together, you have all these little individual grains, strains of fat. So what's gonna happen is once this all heats up, the oil is gonna get into the pan, it's gonna crisp up the burrito. It's gonna taste amazing. This is a pretty good sized burrito. I mean, I would say this is, you're not gonna be needing 2. Since the seal is kind of on this awkward side, what I might do is put a little oil there so that it sticks, but we'll see how it goes. Right now we're going, so far so good. And while we're doing this, you can always make another one. Same process. I might want even more eggs. How many eggs am I putting in? Holy shit. Okay. Make as many eggs as you want. Check on this guy. Oh my God, perfection. So normally you would just crisp up one side, the side that the seal is on. I have some tongs here, let me use those. See that crisp up nicely, huh? And because you don't need any fat on this, because all the fat's in the tortilla, that's why it goes so fast in the morning. So you microwave them, put them in the pan, and it'll quickly crisp up, and you'll have like basically a homemade. Oh, look at that! See, nice and sealed. Move aside, nerd. Let's get a plate. Ooh, hot. All right, let's see the cross section. Oh, look at that. That is gorgeous. All right, I'm gonna wait for it to cool off, and then I'm gonna eat. Hot. And put it on a lower heat if you want all the cheese to melt super well. Just letting you know. All right.
That is ethereal. Well, this is gonna be my breakfast. Make the recipe, it tastes really good. That's all I can really say. Feliz Navidad.